Hi, my name's Matthew, and I'm here to talk to you about the effects of diabetes. I want you to raise your hand if you don't like needles. I definitely don't like needles, and I know a lot of you don't. Now I want the people who raise their hands imagine being stabbed by a needle 3 times a day, every day. This is the reality for my little brother Tommy. Tommy's only 15 years old, and whenever he was 13 or so, he started losing a lot of weight. This concerned me and, of course, our entire family. So we took him to the doctor, and they ran a bunch of tests and found out that he had diabetes. Now, he wasn't born with it, and he ate healthy. It was caused by a virus that attacked his pancreas and damaged it. So now his body can't produce the same amount of insulin it did before. And insulin, by the way, is a enzyme in the body that's produced by the pancreas, which is near the stomach, that breaks down food and turns it into glucose and sugars and causes us to have nutrients. So that's why I was losing so much weight. The pain, There are people of African descent are 1.7 more times likely to have diabetes. There are 2 types of diabetes. There's type 1 and type 2. Type 1 diabetes, which was previously called insulin-dependent diabetes, or IDDM, or juvenilist diabetes, only accounts for 5% to 10% of all diagnosed cases of diabetes. Risk factors are less defined for type 1 and diabetes than type 2 diabetes, but autoimmune, genetic, and environmental factors are involved in the development of this type of diabetes. This type you were born with. Type 2 diabetes, what my brother has. Type 2 diabetes was previously called non-insulin dependent diabetes, NIDDN, or adult onset diabetes. Type 2 diabetes may account for only 90% to 95% of all diagnosed cases of diabetes. Risk factors for type 2 diabetes include older age, obesity, family history of diabetes, prior history of gestational diabetes, impaired glucose tolerance, physical inactivity, and race and ethnicity. African Americans, Hispanics are also at a higher risk than white people to get diabetes. Now, diabetes doesn't only affect your body physically, it affects everyone around you, and it affects you mentally. My brother couldn't play sports. He had to change up his entire life just to work around this problem that he had. And my memories from senior year, I had to check his sugar every day at lunch. Made sure he checked his sugar every day at lunch. And I always had to make sure he ate before practice because me and him ran track together. And my mom was worried about him all the time, and it just put a lot of stress on my family. And it can put a lot of stress on people.